Welcome to North Carolina Wine TV. I'm your co-host, Kip Bodner.
And I'm your other co-host, Jeff Cohen, and we're here drinking some North Carolina wine.
I still can't talk, but powering through. What are we drinking?
Well, you know, it's funny, for our viewers, it's going to seem like you will have lost your voice for weeks.
It's true. We're recording a lot of episodes in a couple of days, and I'm Sans voice. So by the time you watch this, hopefully I will no longer be Sans voice. But,
That's right. But what are we drinking? We are drinking Dennis Vineyards 2007 Carlos. And Carlos is another muscadine grape related to Scuppernong. And this is actually a semi-dry wine. One of the things that we're always very interested in here in North Carolina wine, because muscadine grapes are native to North Carolina, things that are wines that are made from muscadine that are not sweet. Because if you're a traditional wine drinker, if you like some of the regular varietals of wine, vinifera as they call it, the sweet muscadines kind of are too sweet. So semi-dry and
nice
even
balance. That's
right, even some dry, you still get this really unique flavor of Carlos or Scuppernong without that over-the-top sicky sweet taste.
Sanders Ridge Carlos has been our favorite muscadine wine. We've been a big fan of Carlos muscadine wine, so look forward to see what Dennis from Dennis Vineyards can put together here. The color of this is very unique.
Yeah, it's
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a golden color, almost like a copper or caramel.
Smell. Sweet. It smells sweet.
It smells very sweet.
It smells like sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts?
When you
You're
tear
right.
a foil pack of sweet tarts,
Yeah.
that's what it smells like. That's the only thing it smells like. There's no burnt rubber band. It's one note, and it is a ripped bag of sweet tarts. Isn't it? All it smells like. That smells like sweet tarts.
It does smell like sweet tarts. I'm trying to figure out if that's all it smells like.
Try again.
Try again. We'll go with that. All it smells like is a ripped open bag of sweet tarts.
I like it. Let's give it a try.
What color sweet tarts?
Blue and green.
Blue and green. Fabulous. The algae of sweet tarts.
Well played.
Yeah, okay. Let's try it.
It is semi-dry.
It is semi-dry. I almost want to say it could use a touch more sweetness. Just a touch.
It's very acidic.
Yeah.
It tastes like sweet tarts though. When you first drink it, it tastes like sweet tarts. Then it gets sour.
Yeah.
Like a sweet tart. It's interesting.
Maybe Dennis is a sweet tart fan.
This is a sweet tart wine. If you like sweet tarts, you're going to be all over this one. Sweet, fruity, then goes into very acidic.
Yeah.
Tart. That really nice. I like it.
Yeah. You could almost call this a thinking wine. Which is very interesting from a muscadine wine.
Yeah, it's very interesting, very complex. I will say, I know you're gonna have a hard time understanding me, but unlike any muscadine wine I've had before, this could almost be like a seasoning wine, if this makes sense. Like, I could put this in cocktails, other beverages, treat it like a North Carolina vermouth, if you will.
Interesting.
Because it has a very sharp, acidic, and sweet tart flavor that I think it could, punch up some sweet tea, do some things like that really interesting. So, it's my take on it.
Yeah, it's a nice thought. It's a nice thought. So where are you sitting on this? I'm probably at about a 3.5.
I was right there.
Yeah.
Again, it could be a touch sweeter. And I don't say that often, but
no, I know. We don't say that lightly.
If it was a touch sweeter, it's probably 4.5. But the acidity is awesome. The sweet tartness is awesome, balance is good, so I think it's a solid 3.5.
And actually, we forgot to say $10.50 hard-earned Jeff dollars.
$10.50 hard-earned Jeff dollars. So fair price point for this wine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think why I said it needs just a touch more sweetness is because the flavor profile is pretty narrow, and a little bit of sweetness would broaden that a little bit. It would give it a little more.
It would bring out some other flavors.
Yeah.
There's some vegetables and other things happening in this wine that are kind of hidden by the tartness.
Yeah.
So that would make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
That being said, good wine. The hot streak with the Carlos continues.
Yeah.
If you're on the fence about Muscadine, check out a Carlos. It's a good varietal of Muscadine to get you started. Ready?
Yeah. Here's to the Old North State.